This motherfucker. This dude got a lot of balls doing this. And I know I'm a day late and a dollar short because this article was on March 31st and today is April 20th, so I'm way late on this one. But I just had to talk about it. And this article is from IndieWire. And this is the only article I found on it. There's other articles, I'm sure, but this is the one I found, so I'm not going to search up other ones. I'm just going to read this one here. Written by Michael Nordine. Better not disappoint me, Nordine. Says, Rampage, Uwe Boll threatens lawsuit over Dwayne Johnson movie, accuses it of helping the military-industrial complex? What? It's a fucking movie about a bunch of monsters tearing up a city. Jesus Christ, everybody finds an agenda in every fucking thing. Uwe Boll is going on a rampage against Rampage. I hope Michael Nordine gets prostatitis. The director, who specializes in video game adaptations that tend to receive highly negative reviews from critics, by the way, I did a commentary for one of them, being House of the Dead. It was fun time, just like Thor Ragnarok, and they were both terrible, all the same. Has issued a statement on his website accusing... He has a website? Has issued a statement on his website accusing the new movie itself, adaptation of a video game, of using his brand, brainwashing America and helping the military-industrial complex. Boll directed an unrelated trilogy of Rampage movies. Wait a minute, how is it? It's not his brand. The fuck is he talking about? His brand? His brand? Fucking Rampage. Anyway, I'm gonna be switching up the sentences here a little bit for certain things because it's so add context is who's saying what. A statement reads, Uwe Boll is currently reviewing his options to pursue litigation against motion picture studio Warner Brothers and producer New Line for using his brand Rampage as the title for the upcoming motion picture starring Dwayne Johnson, also known as The Rock. If I can smell what he's cooking. Boll released three original Rampage movies in 2009, 2014, and 2017. This movie trilogy had a quick turnaround, amassing large cult following on DVD and entities like Netflix. What? People actually like Uwe Boll movies? Ironically? Wow. Okay. I mean, I doubt it'll be as good as a cult movie like Dread, but okay then, that's odd. Boll said in his own statement, "We're living now in a world where independent movies are dead and the big players only are making all the money." That's kind of true, especially with this Disney Fox merger, which everyone's calling a monopoly, and everybody who's saying it's not a monopoly. Marvel's just getting their characters back. You're a fucking dunce. Stop seeing only X-Men and Fantastic Four. Stop seeing. I know you're desperate to see these characters in the MCU, but for God's sake, look at the bigger picture. Put your fanboyism aside and look at the bigger picture. Or just see two franchises. That's all it is. It's about two franchises. That's all. Don't worry about the other 7 dozen franchises they might own if they get the right of Marvel, Disney buys Fox. Got me sound like these fucking idiots. It has nothing to do with Marvel and Fox. It's Disney and Fox. Disney is a lot bigger than the MCU and the Marvel Studios and all this other shit. Jesus Christ, are people stupid. I'm gonna go back to this article. It says we're living now in a world where independent movies are dead and the big players only are making all the money that they then use to develop brands and ideas from established series such as my Rampage films in order to make even more money. Is unfair but typical. Wait, what is he talking about? Does his movies feature a bunch of giant monsters tearing up cities and shit? Because if not, what the hell is he saying? And Rampage was a movie. Rampage was a video game from like 1992, I think, or the early 90s, I think. So the Rampage movie that stars The Rock is based on that video game. How is he making this statement? What is he talking about? Oh boy. But he's not wrong about the independent movies are dead thing. I mean, this wasn't an independent movie, but movies like Blade Runner 2049 and Logan, which were excellent movies, got overshadowed by movies like Thor Ragnarok, which was garbage, Spider-Man Homecoming, which was just whatever. It was pointless. It was a pointless fucking movie. It was just a chance for Kevin Feige to wave his dick around and say, look, I got Spider-Man in the Marvel movies with Iron Man. Aren't we cool? No. Your movie has your movie is all flair but no heart. No heart to it. That's the difference between trying to please fanboys and trying to actually make a good movie. See? Difference between making Spider-Man Homecoming and making Spider-Man and Spider-Man 2. Even Spider-Man 3 had heart to it. Ugh. And then Guardians of the Galaxy also overshadowed movies like Logan and Blade Runner 2049. That was okay. But regardless, better movies are getting like overshadowed by popular brands, and that much I guess is true. But in what he's saying, it doesn't make any sense though, because Rampage is the movie that's starring The Rock. This movie is based on a video game from the early 90s. I don't know how he came to the conclusion that they're ripping him off, or whatever the hell he's trying to insinuate. Then he gets more combative. Back to the article. Then he gets more combative. The new Rampage movie will shrink my brand and my revenue. Oh, he's fucking delusional. The new Rampage movie will shrink my brand and my revenues that I can make in the future with my Rampage movies. It also confuses the audience. I want that Warner's change the title, especially because the new Rampage movie has nothing to do with a Rampage movie, and it looks more like Jumanji 2, and is one of those typical feel-good popcorn bullshit movies that studios used to brainwash America even more. It doesn't have anything to do. It doesn't have to do with Rampage. There is a Rampage. Fucking monsters are tearing the city apart. What are you talking about? Just stop, Uwe. Just stop. All these kinds of movies, including Transformers, which is ironic he brought that up because the last Transformers movie was the lowest grossing Transformers movie in the franchise. The Last Night made what, 600 million? Like 600 million, which was even less than the first movie, and that's crazy. All these kinds of movies, including Transformers, Avengers, are helping. Does he know how to speak English? All these kinds of movies, including Transformers, Avengers, are helping the military-industrial complex in America to win and have retards like Trump be American president. Okay, I'm having a hard time reading this because I think this is a direct statement from him, and they copied and pasted his words, and I don't think he knows how to speak proper English. So I'm hoping that's what it is, and Michael Nordine is just not a fucking idiot who just fucking typos out the ass. I believe this is a direct statement from him, and I can't read half of this shit because it's like poorly written. Okay, let's try that again. All these kinds of movies, including Transformers, Avengers, are helping the military-industrial complex in America to win and have retards like Trump be American president who would say that the earth is flat as soon as they think they can benefit from this. Wow. No word yet on whether an actual lawsuit will materialize. I hope to God it does not, because this lawsuit doesn't make any sense. Like, how can he sue a movie studio for making a movie based on another person's franchise? That's not his. This isn't based on Uwe Boll's Rampage. It's based on Midway's Rampage, a video game from the early 90s. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Hi, Michael Nordine. We meet again from an article from February 10th. This one says, Uwe Boll accuses Paul Thomas Anderson of ripping off his Blood Rain poster for Phantom Thread. He writes underneath it, perhaps he'll challenge him to a boxing match next. Oh, that stupid ass. And for those who don't know what the context of that is, Uwe Boll was known for challenging the critics of his movies to a boxing match. All of which he won because he's actually a boxer and whatnot. And it made him not only look like a stupid ass for doing it, it changed nothing. Your movies still stink on ice. Get over it. Come on. Whew. Phantom Thread is one of 2017's most acclaimed films with near unanimous praise from critics and a slew of Oscar nominations to show for it. I have never heard of it, but, you know, I guess I'll check it out later, I guess. Anyway, it says one person who isn't impressed with the fashion world period piece is Uwe Boll, who's taken to Twitter to accuse Paul Thomas Anderson of basing the film's poster on the one sheet of Boll's Blood Rain. No one cares about his movies that much. He's delusional. No one cares about your movies that much to copy off you, Uwe. Uwe Boll tweeted, I wouldn't have believed it, but Paul Thomas Anderson has given us a verifiable fuck you after I criticized Phantom Thread on Uwe Boll Raw. Look at this poster. That's not a coincidence. Tweeted the director. It's an odd accusation given that the design almost certainly came out before the film itself, and thus before Uwe Boll had a chance to see and criticize it, as well as the fact that directors don't often design the posters for their own movies. Exactly. That's it right there. The poster was already out, and you hadn't seen the movie until after the poster was dropped. And now you're saying, oh, it's payback? Or it's a fuck you for criticizing a movie? First of all, I don't think Paul Thomas Anderson knows you exist, so shut up. And plus, like they said, the fucking director has nothing to do with the poster. I mean, maybe they approve it, but I don't think Paul Thomas Anderson looked at it and said, you know what? It looks like that Blood Rain movie poster that Uwe Boll directed. You know that great movie he made that everybody knows and loves? Let's just rip that off. Oh, he is fucking delusional. He is a delusional Uwe Boll. Boll, best known for his video game adaptations, isn't as much of a critical darling. His work has often been panned, leading to him to challenge his critics to boxing matches. He's a fucking dolt. Oh, okay. Yeah, they're showing the two posters. I mean, I guess, but I don't think anyone cared. I do not think anyone cared enough to copy off of Uwe Boll of all things. Holy shit, he's delusional. He's got delusional meowit disorder, or is it nature restored now? Or is it YouTube sellouts now? This dude needs to get a fucking life. But Uwe Boll's delusional. You're no Tommy Wiseau. The Room is way better than House of the Dead and fucking In the Name of the King. Go fuck yourself. I did love when he called Eli Roth and Michael Bay retards, though. Eli Roth is the best, though. He took it in stride. He was like, yeah, that was the greatest compliment I ever got. A compliment I ever got. And Michael Bay, this pretentious douche. Oh, you're nobody in Hollywood. I'll go fuck yourself. If it wasn't for Steven Spielberg, you'd be a nobody, too. Oh, and by the way, how's the lowest grossing Transformers movie in the franchise? Yeah, a lot of people saw it anyway, didn't they? Yeah, dick. I can't wait for the Bumblebee movie to flop too. I know it is. I just know it is. Or is Lord and Miller working on that? Because then that changes everything. Because I actually like Lord and Miller, and they do a good job with their movies. So I don't know who's working on it, but if it's Michael Bay working on it, this movie can go fuck itself. Because I already made my point clear about that. Oh, Uwe Boll, man. But I'll tell you one thing. Michael Bay was right about one thing. He is some loser trying to look for fame. And it's obvious. It's so obvious. They're ripping off my movie name. No, they're not. Like I said before, Rampage was based on the Rampage movie with The Rock is based on a game from the early 90s. Oh, Phantom Threat, Paul Thomas Anderson stealing my shit. My poster. I highly doubt Paul Thomas Anderson knows you exist, number one. I highly doubt he cares what you think about his film, because you can't even make a decent film your damn self. That's number two. And number three, he didn't make the poster, someone else did. I highly doubt the people who make the poster know you exist. So go fuck yourself. Oh. Just enough with you. Enough with you. Make better movies!